Hello everyone and welcome to another episode with me. Today I'm going to be talking about something that is definitely really important with the winter season coming ahead, and that is exfoliation. I'm sure, as you all know, there are many different ways to exfoliate over on the market. Like, how do you pick one? How do you pick which exfoliator is going to be best for you? So I'm going to talk about some exfoliators today and kind of the benefits of each and every one of them. So there's three main types of exfoliators. You can get a micellar water, which literally feels just like water on your face. It's a really light exfoliation. What it does is it has kind of like they're like little invisible micellar little guys that are inside of here. And when you swipe it over the skin, they're kind of like little magnets and they lift up any of the dead skin cells that are laying on the surface of the skin. And like they'll just lift everything off. It's a really, really gentle way to cleanse and get exfoliation at the same time. Though I don't recommend this for an every single day use because it's really only surface. It will just lightly get everything off, but it's a good option if you're really sensitive, if you get red really easily, and if you need something that is like, that's not going to use a manual scrub onto the skin. And then you get, and this one is also the Vichy, the Normaderm for acne prone skin. This is their micellar cleansing water. The next one would be more of like an acid exfoliator. This one is the Reversa Glycolic acid. I've talked about it a few times, I think, in my other videos because I love this one so much, especially for when you get those congestion bumps. If you notice on my skin here, you'll notice a little bit of like textural. I get it a lot on my forehead, I find. The glycolic acid is really, really great for helping to make that go away. So this actually, instead of where the micellar, it like kind of retracts and pulls off the dead skin cells, the glycolic acid actually exfoliates by dissolving the dead skin cells. So glycolic acid, it's actually a derivative from sugar. So it's good, even though that it is like, it's quite gentle on the skin, but it could make you a little bit red. Glycolic acid does tingle a little bit, but it's really, really good for helping with the cellular turnover. So it will remove those dead skin cells by dissolving them. And so you have the fresh, really soft, beautiful skin that's underneath. Like glycolic acid is similar to kind of almost like a facial peel, but it's a gentler version of it. So you would only use these about once or maybe twice a week if you want to. And last but not least, I'm going to talk about the Korres. It's actually their pomegranate and their olive seed manual exfoliator. I actually really, really love the Korres exfoliator. I hate the smell of olives, but to be honest, I can totally handle it. When you use this one, the really great thing too is if you look on the back of the box, there, it actually tells you all of the ingredients. So if it has it in it, if you're really sensitive or you're nervous about being allergic to something, you can look at the back of the box and it's really well labeled to tell you that it doesn't have this, this, and this in it. So I really appreciate that. Korres is from Greece, so I actually really, really like their manual exfoliant. The big thing though, if you're going to use a manual exfoliant, you need to make sure that all of the beads that are inside are manually made. So even though they're using olive seed pit inside of here, each individual olive seed pit is like softened and it's round. If you're using a manual exfoliant and it's not like made round and it's still coarse and it's harsh, it's gonna cause little cuts on the skin. So it could cause you to break out, it's gonna cause you to flake. You don't want that to happen. Also, it can get lodged. If you have enlarged pores and you're using a manual exfoliant that's not round, it could get lodged into one of your pores and you are not going to have fun trying to get that out. Like you'd have to get an esthetician to like extract it from your skin. So I really, really like the manual exfoliants. You'll probably get between the glycolic and the manual, you'll get the most exfoliation from it, and you'll be really left with like, the glowy skin. When you use these exfoliants again, like once or maybe twice a week, like really spread it out if you're going to do that. So I'm going to actually apply a little bit of the pomegranate scrub today. So I'm not using very much. I'm going to apply some on the back of my hand. So that's like a fair good size. And if you look up closely, you can kind of see it has a little like tiny, like microscopic, the olive pit in there. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually not using water right now. I'm just going to start scrubbing this onto the face. And I'm doing circular motions, so that will just help to make sure that it's going to lift off any of the dead skin cells. You'll notice when you use this Korres product that when you start scrubbing, you're gonna start smelling the olive seed extract. If you are a drier skin type, you notice that your skin is removing the dead skin cells because you're flaky. But if you're oily, you're gonna notice that you get the congestion, like how I get those little bumps on my face. That's because my body has a harder time to naturally exfoliate itself. So a manual scrub or a glycolic scrub is really great for helping with that. So I've just kind of lightly applied it on my face. Now I'm adding a little bit of water and I'm going back in again to like swap that away. So you're gonna notice that most of the time when you use scrubs, you probably will get a little bit red. That's okay. It's just helping with the microcirculation. So it's actually helping to bring blood to your skin, so it will help with the turnover. Make sure with exfoliators is don't get too close to the eye area. I'm staying within the orbital bone when I'm scrubbing. Because your skin is so fragile around your eyes, you want to try to avoid the exfoliating agents around your eye area. There you go. So I'm just lightly exfoliating. You kind of will know, like, I can feel that the texture, like any of the rough texture on my skin is now gone. You can kind of feel it with your fingers. And so then I'm going to go in with just like one of like a clean face cloth and lukewarm water. I wouldn't suggest using really, really hot water. It could damage your skin, and a lukewarm is much more gentler and it's not going to put your skin into shock. And I'm just going to remove all of the micro beads. So after you are done exfoliating, I would suggest cleansing, and then that way it'll just make sure that you've removed everything and nothing is left behind. And there you go. So now I am left with some radiant, fresh skin, and all of my dead skin cells should hopefully be manually scrubbed off. Alright guys, if you have any questions about exfoliation, please comment below. Oh, and last but not least, if you're wondering what color is on my nails, it is actually Dior 605 Amazonia from their new Golden Jungle collection. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my recent tutorial, and I hope you guys have fun exfoliating on your own. Have fun! Bye!